1,000 years of recorded use, not one person has ever overdosed on marijuana. You know, it's sad our kids have to share books in our public school systems and struggle to get money to go to college. Yet we spend $17 million a day housing our nonviolent drug offenders. We built 21 prisons in the state of California last year and only one university. Parents, something is backwards. I want you to think about something. When was the last time you heard of a kid dying from an illegal drug in your neighborhood? It's very, very rare. It's not the drugs that are killing our kids, it's prohibition. Do you realize we have 1.5 million children without one or both parents because of the drug war? That's right, their parents are setting out a nonviolent drug crime. Now, what causes more harm, the drug or the kids not being with their parents? And finally, we must be honest about our parenting skills. We've all made mistakes. There is absolutely no evidence that says when a kid uses drugs, it causes them to go burglarize or commit another crime. The truth is selfishness and dishonor and disrespect are causing those things. It's easy for parents and teachers and doctors to blame our children's bad behavior on the drugs. The truth is, it's bad parenting. We already have laws in place in this country to protect me and you and our kids. If a person commits a crime of violence, there's a law in place to put them in jail for that. We live in America, parents, and if people want to use drugs till their teeth fall out of their head and develop this horrible quality of life because they wouldn't stop, they have the right to be miserable. Now, if they get up out of that drug-induced state and go and commit a crime, put them in jail for that crime, but not the drug.
He's right, parents. Teach your kids the truth about drugs.
Love, peace, and never get busted.
There's a former cop put up a website that tells drug dealers and drug smugglers how to get away with their crimes, correct?
Right. He's a former cop who is against the war on drugs, thinks it's a bad idea.
But, I mean, it's just vile. I mean, these people are just vile. It gets worse and worse.
And sometimes body wires come in the form of a book. This one's 30% off, by the way.
All right, folks. This is our final segment in Overdrive with our guest. And you know what, Barry, I got to say, I've run into a lot of folks. I think you're one of the few people who I can actually get, since you live here in Austin now, to sit in on the show sometimes, guest host it when I'm out. And, you know, I haven't intended to do a TV network other than my own show that we're developing this for Dish Network and cable in the next few months. But this is kind of the prototype in here. But I just right now want to extend the opportunity in the next few weeks to get you to come in once a week or something and do a 2 or 3 hour once a week show just so you learn the ropes, because I want to get you involved with the team.
Hey, I'd be honored. You're a fascinating man. You got a crew that's magnificent here. Candi and I are impressed. We've been in a lot of studios, and we'd love to be a part of it. It's great. Yeah.
Well, we're just getting started, and so this is very exciting. We'll definitely get something done on this. There are so many things I haven't gone over, so many things I know that you haven't gone over. We've covered a lot. But in closing, any other points you want to make, things you think are important, and then the CPS issue, the tearing up families in the drug war.
I can talk about that. It still makes me teary-eyed. I'm okay. I mean, I understand post-traumatic stress syndrome somewhat. You know, it affects some people worse than others. I think I have a touch of that because it's been 13, 14 years, and I still have nightmares from it. I'm okay. You know, it hasn't harmed me.
Well, they call it post-traumatic, but it's doing things that are immoral affect you. That's that. But now the cure is doing things that are moral. Go ahead.
It's the eyes of those kids looking at me. What's going on? Scared to death. They've been trained cops are good, yet they see me taking the parents away. And we always had a lady there, you know, to deal with the kids.
Would you plant drugs in those cases?
Yes.
Good God. How do they morally do that?
I don't know.
So these CPS workers would then take the children, and a lot of times they never went back to their parents.
Right. To the tune of, now Candi was, you know, got the new statistic. There's 2 million kids now without one or both parents because they're sitting out a drug crime in a cage.
But he really thought he was doing the right thing.
No,
He
I
really
understand.
did.
Listen, I don't ever judge people for
I know that. Yeah.
For bad things they've done. If they wake up to it and then not just say I was wrong, but then go and fight against it. That's
right.
I mean, Saul of Tarsus went and hunted down Christians and killed them and tortured them and crucified them, and then he had this epiphany on the road to Damascus and became, you know, just an amazing person against evil. So a lot of times the greatest soldiers against tyranny are those that have been in the belly of the beast. That's actually who we need. In fact, I want to put the call out to others out there watching who've been serving evil, who've been in denial, but have this horrible feeling in their heart and soul. You can get rid of that. It can stop when you stop the denial and really become a good person.
Absolutely. It's never too late to change. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's a lie. You have a will, and you can switch your mind and switch your actions overnight. I did. Once I realized and Candi started pointing these things out to me, you know, I switched, and then I was lucky enough to have this opportunity to be able to produce these films and then now do Cop Busters. Not everybody has that opportunity, but everybody can change.
Oh, everybody can do
something.
Everybody can do a YouTube channel. Everybody can. Good people have to become vocal, and we have great tools, as you said, the internet and other things to do that, or starting a local radio show. I tell folks, if you have to go buy time, you know, $60, $70, $100 an hour on some local station on the weekend, after a few months, you'll have an audience that tunes in. You can get a few sponsors. Fund yourself that way. Access TV was born here in Austin. That's how I started 13 years ago. But flesh that out just for a few more minutes, and then we're going to plug the film and end this. Again, about the CPS. I mean, what it was like seeing this.
Well, I know what it's like for my kids to be separated from me through a divorce. Now, we eventually won all of our kids. Candi and I have all 4 of them. But I remember I would see the look in my daughter's eyes like, Daddy, how come I can't come see you? And then I would, you know, remember the kids that I saw that with, that I did that to. And, you know, I left their house, but, you know, they're in their teenage years right now, but that didn't go away. It's terrorizing. I mean, I'm a big old guy, and I was scary then. And so were the people I worked with, and it was scary to watch us come crashing through your door. I remember watching men pee on themselves, grown men, the fathers, in sheer terror, just, and we thought it was funny. You know, the videographer that was with us filming the raids for legal purposes, we would go back to the office and laugh about how scared they were.
You've seen the footage of them strip searching some woman who called the police, and she's screaming, crying as they're pulling her panties off, and the cops are laughing.
They're sick. We have sick men in law enforcement.
Well, that's the thing about evil, is that it starts slow, but once you commit and make a joke about it, it just gets worse and worse, and you go right off a cliff.
That's right.
Yeah. So.
Well, this has been one of the most amazing interviews, and I don't say this with most guests. This has been an amazing interview. And Candi, I am so impressed. I am so impressed with everything you guys are doing. I am so impressed with Never Get Busted Again, nevergetbusted.com, and everything you're doing, Barry Cooper. It's just unbelievable. And get ready with some outro music, guys, because we're gonna end this here in just a few minutes. I do want to encourage everybody to go to nevergetbusted.com, and again, we'll put that back up on screen, and to get both these films and to spread the word about this website, because I've seen his work over the years, and I've just been so busy I kind of ignored it, didn't get involved, and then people kept emailing us saying, have Barry Cooper on, have him 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 on, and then I just said to my producer, I said, get him on, and it was the perfect time when you were already in Austin, so maybe fate had it that I didn't do it from a distance so I could really be here with you in person. And as George Bush said about Putin, look into your eyes and see your soul, but you've got a good soul, not one like Mr. Putin. And you too, Candi. So this has just been just an amazing.
Us too, for us too. We love being here with you.
All right. Well, we're going to end this transmission. Anything else you want to add?
Just peace, love, and never get busted. You want anything?
If you're going to travel with pot, never carry more than you can eat, and go in the rain. to avoid a cage.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. In closing, I hope you'll visit Infowars.com, the secure online shopping cart, to get films like Fabled Enemies, The Money Masters, about what the bankers are doing, Endgame, Blueprint for Global Enslavement, 9/11 Chronicles, Truth Rising, and others, ladies and gentlemen. And that's how you financially support us, so we can do the work we're doing. And I want to thank all the PrisonPlanet.tv members who watch us live, who also fund our operation. I love you all. God bless you. Now get out there and take on tyranny today. We'll see you back live tomorrow. Take care. We now join the retransmission of the show from earlier today at Infowars.com.
So now you see the light. Hey, stand up for your right. Come on, get up.